Me and Matt Strome was roommates one time. The night before the game, we in the room. I didn't want to touch the AC. I was like, man, Matt must like it hot in here. He don't say nothing. So the next day when I got to the breakfast table, I was talking to Robbie Toback, and I was like, man, I said, Matt Strome must like it hot, man. He didn't turn the AC down or something. And then when Matt Strome came down, Matt Strome said the same thing that I said, like, man, Walt must like it hot in there. So neither one of us said anything about the hot room. So we literally, the night before the game, we sit in the room, it's hot as heck, and nobody said nothing.
It feels good now. Make sure they jam it in the hood loud. When you roll slow in a lane with a whip with no stains, get a taste with the fame like hanging with my big homie solo. Standing still ain't better than slow-mo. Favor ain't fair, we live a blessed life. Talking all that trash on the best style. What they wanna say now? Comfortable in my own skin. I like who I am. The good vibes keep on bumping. Turn it up, that's my jam. I feel good. How you feeling? I feel good. So good.
Welcome to Talking Shop. I'm Jordan Babineaux. Let's hear from our legends. What's that like? You know, to kind of be in the light and have that expectation of satisfying,
especially being the first
friends, family, outsiders.
Just imagine if any one of you guys played at home, right? Exactly. Everything else that comes with that, right? That you got your friends you grew up with,
tell me about it.
And you got your teachers, you got your people you went to church with, all that kind of plays a role. But I tell people all the time that I was fortunate enough, I had my gatekeepers there. I had my mom and dad. So everybody that wanted to get close to me, they had to go through mom and dad, and that wasn't no easy task, right?
Oh yeah.
But the experience and just what comes with that, it's a lot of responsibility, of course, because you got all the eyes on you, everybody looking at you in your hometown and all this stuff. You get a lot of love, but it's just a lot of attention, and the way to navigate that can be tough. I went as far as to get a suite in the Seahawk Stadium, right?
Your first year?
Yeah, well, maybe second or third year. But I had so many people that was coming to the games, right? And it was just crazy. I was doing so much, and like I said, everybody, and I got a big family. I got a bunch of cousins, I got a bunch of aunties. My grandfather's coming into the suite.
I'm your cousin.
Taking all the yeah. And You
don't remember me babysitting you back in the day?
Everybody in the city is my cousin or my second cousin, my play cousin, and that's how it works though. But for some reason, I was able to navigate that. I feel like I got a little bit of favor. I feel like somebody was looking over me, but
100%.
It never got to the point where I felt like I was totally overwhelmed. And you know what I'm saying? I would live in it, I would enjoy it. It would get hot sometimes. I'd be like, oh man, all right, I need to separate myself, or just never got too flagrant, man. I did my thing, but I never it got jammed up like that in the public. I was able to keep all that under wraps. So yeah.
So you know what's crazy is like as a player that's gone through it, I would have never wanted to be at home. Because even when we played at home, it was always a headache. You got tickets, you got all this stuff you got to deal with. It's too much pressure. And the game is hard enough as it is to have. And then, you know, so I hats off to that.
I totally understand what you mean by that, because like you say, once you get older, once you go through it, like he was saying, once he was looking for another place, like one, you know, I didn't get a chance to test the free market, but then when I was getting franchised, my agent asked me like,
Three times.
Cash money.
My agent was asking me where I wanted to go at. You know, at that time I had just built my house in Alabama. So the only two teams I wanted to go to was Atlanta and Nashville. I said it'd be cool to be able to on Sunday night go to my crib and everything. So I was thinking, like I said, once you get into the game and you play, you don't want to deal with tickets. But I said once you be in the league for a while, now you know how to understand. Because you know, as you like you say with him, I wanted to ask his question, like what is the number of tickets he ever had to purchase? Like one time I had to buy like almost like 80 tickets. We played in Atlanta one time. I had my own cheering section. I had to buy jerseys and everything. So I think we all go through that part of it. But once you get to a certain age, I think once you get to free agent, you get a chance. Now you understand how to handle everybody. You're like, okay, this is the many tickets I'm going to get. This is it. So I think as you get older and you get a chance to choose where you want to go, then you know how to handle the family and friends with tickets and stuff.
So you bring up an interesting point, because you say I had to get 80 tickets. I had to buy 80 jerseys.
Yeah, right? You know what? The thing about me, I always looked at it like this, is with me, like you said, coming from a very rural area, small family, we didn't have nothing. So for me, once I got into the league, my goal was always to make sure that my family got a chance to have a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you don't get a chance. Like my first time I went to the Pro Bowl, I took all my brothers and sisters. I took a family of 20. Man, they took all my money like that. The little check you get.
Well, now they're making $75,000 to play in the Pro
Oh no,
Bowl.
so I'm just saying though, like for me personally, I never did want to go somewhere and not be able, like when I get home with my family, not to be able to talk about it. I want us to be able to all sit like this, talk about it. So I wanted my family, because they would have never got to Hawaii. So I wanted them to be a part of it. They never got a chance to go to an NFL game. So I always wanted my family to be a part of that, to get a chance to be a part of that. So for me personally, it wasn't a big thing for me to do that, because I had more money than I ever had in my life. So it wasn't like, oh, that costs that, I'm fine. Let's take that, I'll take that. Because it wasn't, I could take $50,000 and live off, because I didn't have nothing. So for me personally, that was easy for me to be able to say, bring my family, then bring it on people I don't know. Like I said, I kept my family close. So to have my family, they're kind of like True said, you have those people that you trust that, family can make things hard for you, but still, again, you love your family. You want them backing you, whatever that you're doing. So for me, I always wanted them to be a part of it.
Do you? I'm taking over your job now. No. Do you regret any of it though? Like, did it? And I only ask, right, because I have a small family, and I still was. Nah, I ain't fooling with. You know what I'm saying? I'm still cutting people.
You were stingy?
I had to be. What?
You still stingy. I ain't gonna lie. You still stingy. You gotta put a crowbar in Cliff Wallet just to get him
You were still stingy.
buy you a couple
Bruh,
of
I didn't have no money. Like, here's the thing. I just had this big debate with somebody. It's like, you come to the league, you come from college. Like, I was a 3rd round draft pick, so my sign bonus was $300,000. In my head, I'm getting $300,000. So $300,000. I remember the day my agent called me like, your sign bonus is gonna be $300,000. I'm $50,000 for my mama, $50,000 for my daddy, $25,000 for my brother. I'm going down the list.
Forgot about the taxes, huh?
Ain't nobody talking about no damn taxes. FICA.
I did the same thing.
Man.
Like, whoa.
agent fee.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Like, whoa, why?
I called my agent.
Like, tax bracket.
Call my agent like, hey, they gonna send me the other half. When they send me the other half, you know what I'm saying? He's like, well, how much was it? I think it was like $170 or something like that.
Yeah.
He was like, no, that's all of it. Oh, plus we need our fee too.
Yeah.
Off the 300.
Kick daddy in too.
So I'm like, oh, mom, you have to wait. I'm sorry.
Everybody gotta wait.
Everybody gotta wait.
I jumped the gun. My bad.
I didn't say nothing. Thank God I didn't say nothing. But it's in my head. In my head, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they taking half. So you need to wait till you get to that second deal.
Well, as we wrap this episode of Talking Shop, I wish we can hang out with you guys a lot longer, but these guys get paid by the minute, and I don't have enough money to afford them. So we're saying goodbye for now.
Comfortable